Now that we have the basic slides set up in our presentation, the next step is to create a navigation bar which will be placed on every single page so that the end user can easily navigate around your presentation. Now, to create the navigation bar, we're going to be using the auto shapes on the bottom of the page. So first thing I'm going to do is click on the rectangle tool and draw a rectangle onto the page. Big. Now, if I want to change the background color or the thickness of the line, I can do that by right-clicking, selecting Format Auto Shape, and then choosing the background color. I might choose a fill effect. Actually, so to fill effects, 2 colors, and I'm going to use one of the blues that I've used for my background to keep consistent with the theme. Click OK. I'm going to increase the weight of the line around the edge of the shape so that the navigation bar stands out on the page. Okay, next thing I'm going to do is to create the individual sections of the navigation bar. So again, I'll use the rectangle tool, and I'm going to draw in my first rectangle, and I'm going to right click, Format Auto Shape, and again change the color. Now at this stage you may want to experiment with background colors to see what stands out on the page. I think I'm going to use this darker blue as the fill color, and again I'm just going to increase the weight of the line around the outside. Click OK. And then if I click on the shape and start typing, I can add text to it. And I think I need to change the colour of the text so it stands out. So go to font colour at the top, and I'm going to use a white. Okay. Right, now to save time, I'm going to copy and paste this smaller rectangle to create the other sections of my navigation bar. So I do Control C and then press Control V. If I use the arrows on my keyboard, I can use them to line up the shape. Then Control C, Control V. Might actually be easier to rename the shapes as you go along. So Control C, Control V. Next page is videos. Control C and Control V. My last page is going to be links. Okay, right, next thing I need to do is, using the arrow keys on my keyboard, is actually align up the shapes. So let's bring this one in a bit. So if you get the smaller rectangles roughly the same distance apart, using the arrow keys, we can then move them all together. So if I press Control on my keyboard and then click on each shape to select them all together, I can then roughly move them so they're in the same position. Now we need to link up the different sections of our nav bar to the relevant pages. To do that, we just double click on the text and we go to Insert, Hyperlink, or Control K if you want to use the shortcut. Okay, when it comes up on your page, you might see this screen. Okay, we want to link to a place in this document. So we click on Place in this document, and I want to link to my home page. So I click on the home page. I'm also going to add a screen tip. So just in case anyone's in any doubt about where this section of the navbar is going to take them, and click OK, and that's now hyperlinked. I'm going to do the same for the rest of the sections of the navbar. So Control K, and this is the About page. Screen tip. Okay, characters. Control K. Go to the characters menu. photos, Control K again. And the last one is links. So Control K, shortcut. Find my links page. Then I'm going to add another screen tip. Okay, the navbar is set up. The next step is to add the navbar to each page. Now it's really easy to do this. All we do is we click just to the left of the navbar, and we click and drag our mouse to select all of it. Then we press Control C on our keyboards. Just click on the next page, Control V, and it will put the navbar in exactly the same place as the previous page. So we can just go through Control V and add it to each of our pages. Very quick and simple. It makes our pages look very consistent. So your presentation should now look something like this. Don't forget to save your presentation.